In this session, we are going to discuss about the auto boxing and unboxing in Java. So for that purpose, first we will understand primitive data types and wrapper classes. In Java, by default, we have inbuilt data type like byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, and char. These are the inbuilt data type which is presented in the, you can say, lowercase. So these data type are used to store the data and we call it primitive data. Okay, now Java has introduced a concept of wrapper class. What is wrapper class? Because Java is an object-oriented programming language, so Java has presented these primitive data types in the form of classes also. In the form of classes also, for every data type, it has created for against every data primitive data type, it has created a class. For example, byte for byte, it has created the byte class. For short, it has created the short S capital. You know that classes are always given starting with the capital alphabet. Okay, so now these wrapper classes are actually same as a primitive type, but they are presented as a, you can say, classes. So now if you still want to get into the detail about the data type, you can watch this data type video on my channel here. Now start with the, you can say, auto boxing. The automatic conversion of primitive data types into its equivalent wrapper type is known as autoboxing. It means what happens that in Java, whenever in the Java program is expecting any integer type. Okay, instead of giving the integer type data, we can provide any primitive data type into that, and it will automatically convert primitive int into the integer. So what are the places where Java compiler automatically provide or applies this concept? There are two things. One is that whenever primitive value is passed as a parameter to a method, whenever a primitive value is passed as a parameter to a method, but the method is expecting a object type of wrapper class, then auto boxing automatically take place. For this purpose, we will do one thing. We will create a function here, public public void, and the name of the function is add here. So in this add function, I will do one thing. In this add function, I will create two integer type parameter, int a comma intgr integer. So this function is expecting a integer type, you can say wrapper type, you can say parameter, and result I'm saving a plus b here. Okay, and now let me print the result also. So here I'm printing the result. Suppose add, and I will say result, add result, and I will say colon, and let me write plus c. So now if we want to call this function, so first of all, we will do one thing. We will create a object of a Pradeep class. PRA equal to new PRADEEP Pradeep. I will create an object of a Pradeep class. Now I can call this function. Okay. For calling the function, I need to integer type, but intentionally I will create two primitive type variables here, int x and int y here. So these are two primitive type of, you can say, variables here. Now I can call the pra.add method. Add is expecting integer type, wrapper type, but using the concept of auto boxing, I can pass here primitive type x and y here. So what will happen? It is not giving any compilation error and it will run fine. Okay, because here you can say automatic conversion of primitive into wrapper is taking place. That is called autoboxing. So x, which is a primitive data type, it is converted to the integer, and y, which is primitive x, primitive data type, that is converted to. So this is called, you can say, autoboxing. Second thing is that assign to a variable of the corresponding wrapper class. It means, suppose take the example in the program, you have a, I'm creating a variable integer G. It is a variable of, you can say, a wrapper class. But if I want to store any, you can say, a primitive type like X here, so I can do it. You can say that X is a primitive type int, but I can store in a G. So here actually runtime, you can say, it is called auto boxing also. And X, which is a primitive type, is converted into the, you can say, wrapper type G, and that's why it is also work fine. So this is called, you can say, your auto boxing. Now the second concept is that is called unboxing. So now it is the opposite of the auto boxing. The automatic conversion of an object of wrapper type into its equivalent primitive data type is known as unboxing. So as I told you, it is the opposite of that. It means whenever you are using, whenever in the program, the integer wrapper type is automatically converted into the int data type. I'm taking the example, then it is called unboxing. So now same thing, Java compiler applies unboxing where you can say your wrapper classes, where whenever an object of wrapper class is passed as a parameter to a method which is expecting this time primitive type, expecting primitive type, and we can pass wrapper class. Okay, so let's see this example also. For this example, we will simply go here and I will create another method with the name of sum. And you will see that what I'm going to do here. So I will give the name of the method sum here, and intentionally the type of parameter I'm taking int. This I'm taking int, and here int. So you can say that this function is expecting, that whenever you call this function, you need to pass primitive data type. But what I will do, one thing. Let me make it integer, integer. I am taking my x and y, which I want to use as a parameter as an integer. And now when I call my sum function, so here you can say that it is expecting int a and b, but I can pass my x and y. Here this time x and y are presenting wrapper class, but my program will work fine here. Okay, so let me for the time being comment it and let me run it. You can see that still my code will work fine. Okay, so this is called unboxing. Second scenario unboxing is that assigned to a variable corresponding primitive type. It means I am creating a variable here. You can say int. The type of G is int, primitive type. And what is the type of X? That is wrapper. But I can store X in G. So what is happening here? The primitive type, the wrapper type X is converted into the primitive type, and this program is also working fine. So in this way, you can say Java is using the concept of boxing, auto boxing, and unboxing. Still you have any doubt, you can put in your doubts in the comment of this video. And if you like the video, you can click on the like button. And if you have not subscribed my channel till now, you can subscribe it. Thank you.